know we've had a chance to talk about a lot of issues and different things with the city, but right now I want to change gears a little bit and make this more of a job interview type of question. And I know it's uncomfortable to talk about yourselves, but I think all of us would really like to get to know both of you better. What in your background and experience do you think the keys are that would make you a wonderful mayor and leader of our city?
It's a great question, thank you. Many of you don't know my background, so I would like to share that with you, because a lot of what you may have heard about me has been on social media, and I will call that fake news, because none of what you have read is true. None of it. I was born and raised in Myrtle Beach, raised by two very hardworking parents. My family owned a small motel on Ocean Boulevard. My mother worked and managed the motel while my father was a beer delivery man. We were poor. However, the one thing my family has is a very, very strong work ethic, and that was passed down to me. My father was given an opportunity to purchase Better Brands, which is the company that I own today. We have grown that company exponentially over the past 10, 15 years under my management. I went to work for my dad when I was 20 years old. I've been there 35 years now. And I had the type of father that did not believe in handing out anything. So he made me work for everything that I had. And I started working in the warehouse. I worked double shifts, and I went through every single department of that company. At that time, I was one of very few females that were in the beer industry, and I was required to go through Anheuser-Busch's management development training program, and I spent 7 years doing so, and successfully became one of the first females in the country to be approved by Anheuser-Busch as a successor manager. They have to approve whoever manages your business. People think that it was handed to me on a silver platter. It was not. I worked tooth and nail for everything that I have. I've been in training my entire life for this position. For one thing, because I was born and raised here, and I have seen the changes that we are facing and that we have faced. I am a very effective manager, an effective leader. I'm a great communicator and a facilitator, and I know the value of working as a team and putting together a strategic plan that can actually be implemented, not one that just sits on a piece of paper and say with bullet points, this is what we're going to do. That is not a strategic plan. A strategic plan is something that you work with from every level of this city or an organization, and you get the input of everyone involved. Because when we surround ourselves with the best people and we get ideas from the front line going up, that is when you create real change and success. One of our opponents has accused me of failure when it comes to the Children's Museum. He actually served on the board with me. He accused me of being fired from the board. He accused the board of firing him. None of that is true. The Children's Museum went through a strategic planning phase where we worked with Burroughs and Chapin, who gave us a piece of land at Broadway at the beach. And they said, you show us what you can do, and you raise the money to do it, and we will give you this land. And we did. We had a $23 million capital campaign project that I was the chairperson of. I had raised over $13 million in pledges, and that's when the market crashed and the recession hit. That is not a failure. That is life. And when our donors had to relook at their own financial planning and their viability, part of being a great leader And a great manager is knowing when to look at something and say, you know what, the time just isn't right for this. It's time to set this plan aside until a better time. Ladies and gentlemen, that is smart management, and that is not something that I should be accused of as failure. So I am prepared for this role. I was also accused of that this would be on-the-job training for me. I've never been in politics, but there was a time when neither of our former mayors had been in politics either. So this is not on-the-job training. I've been in management my entire life. I have been a leader my entire life. I have been involved in this community my entire adult life, and I will continue to do so because I love our community and I believe in giving back to it, and I am more than qualified to serve as your mayor.